there, my name is Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is going to be a review of Doctor Who magazine. What number is it? Let me have a look. 1 second. 554. Wow. Yeah, so I've been reading Doctor Who magazine. Here, if I move, which way do I have to move to show you guys? If you see the shelves back there, that is Doctor Who magazine. Those top two shelves. Doctor Who magazine from 0 to 500. At 500, I started reading it digital, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I've been reading Doctor Who magazine a long time. Doctor Who magazine is on its knees. As they have told us, please buy a subscription, buy a digital subscription, and like publishing, generally speaking, is doing very bad. There was a big magazine that folded, like a men's magazine, GQ or something folded very recently. And look, their sales numbers are pretty much like the viewing figures of the new series. It's they were, look at the 50th anniversary a few years ago. No, what, 7 years ago? Is it 7 years ago? Blimey, 6-7 years ago, it was around 25,000. That it was experiencing like an all-time high. Like, I think a more natural number level was where it came down to, which was 20,000 copies a month they sold. As of end of last year, this would be before season 12. Season 12, I really think, had took a dent in their sales. Before season 12, they were down to like 16,250 a month, which is getting up close to being cancelled. I mean, I think when you get down to, who knows where it is now? Yeah, you had the hit of season 12, which was very unpopular with fans. It was very unpopular with fans. I know there's a clump of fans who really loved it, and if you love it, God bless you. God bless, nothing against you. I'm glad you enjoy. And good news for you, that it doesn't matter that it wasn't successful in any way. Yeah, it doesn't matter that the audience would rather jump out of a building the audience would rather jump into a building on fire than watch Doctor Who. It doesn't. They're going to be making more. If they can make a season 13, they're gonna make a season 13. I don't know if Jodie's going to make it way through though, because there's been a real shift in the entertainment industry. When Jodie was cast, the women were at the top of the progressive stack, right? They were at the absolute top. They Me Too'd their way out of out of their second class citizenship. Although I have to say, the only place that women were really not the only place. The only place where women were where it was socially acceptable to treat women terribly and use them and basically is the place where it's socially acceptable to treat anybody terribly and use them, which is the entertainment industry. Most normal people have wives, mothers, sisters, women that they love and like and respect. So I honestly, I'm nearly 50. I've this is the truth. It's the absolute truth. I've never heard somebody go, I can't work for a woman. I can't have a woman boss. I've never heard it. I've never seen anybody. Oh, it's a woman. But anyway, they were at the top of the progressive stack. But now black people are at the top of the progressive stack over the last 5 years. And so I don't understand how they can move forward with a white savior in the form of Jodie Whittaker leading around a stunning and brave brown and slightly browner person. I just think that's so politically incorrect. But who knows? But my point is, they're gonna get another. If you like it, you're getting another season. So Doctor Who magazine not doing so well, and we're going to review it, and we're going to see, is it worth your money? Should you go and help Doctor Who magazine from folding, which I think is essentially where they are right now. It's like, I really think if you can help them out, they should. And honestly, I don't think they're making a lot of really good decisions. Oh, they're making curious decisions. So let's get into it. Oh, before we get to the review, can I ask you guys, can you hit the... I'm 4.5 minutes in. Haven't asked you to subscribe. Can you hit that subscribe button? And thank you very much. Very, very grateful. Go check the video notes. There's a Tomorrow People audio for you to download. You know the drill. I tell you this all the time. Indiana Jones, you can win that. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel. And it's got the first three the good Indiana Jones movies, plus a bonus disc of really good documentaries. Subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Dr. Jones. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Yeah, that reminds me, on Video Vault, this week is Adventure Bound Munchausen, but next week is going to be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Fine, let's have a look. Let's start with the cover. So this is a curious choice. Like, a curious choice. It's current era, but it's not Jodie. So what are they doing? I haven't read this issue yet. This is the equivalent of like thumbing through it at Double Eight Smiths. You don't even need to go Double Eight Smiths to thumb. You can thumb through it here. Okay, firstly, I really like the Cyberman design from season 12. That's like one of the things I could really, go yay, and I would like to see continue. I would like to say, I kind of like the Cyberlords as well. I thought, yeah, I'd like that design. I'm sorry, I do. I think it's fun. I know most people don't, and whatever. Vive la différence is what I say. Vive la différence. Under a competent writer, I think it would have been a really interesting idea, like regenerating Cybermen. And I like the headdress. I do. So we're getting like a really good look at this. It's probably one of the best images. But what are they doing with this? Because this is something different. So I'm gonna have a guess. They're either doing one or two things. They're putting all the chips down in the current era. But fandom is essentially divided, right? Fandom is I don't really think it's that divided. I think there's a clump of like crazy people that make up maybe 15-20% of fandom who I love this Doctor Who, love it. I wonder if they'll like it if the Doctor if they had exactly the same, did it exactly the same, but the Doctor was played by a man, right? I wonder if they'll like it that much. I don't know. I mean, like a white man. If we want, let's get really bad. A white man. Honestly, I'm still in total shock. It's total shock that I like in 2020. I'm talking about people's skin color. And like, what happened? Like, what on earth happened? That's weird, isn't it? That's a bit. I mean, like in the 80s we weren't doing that. 90s certainly not. Like what? Okay, but anyway, but this is all very. So that's one. They're either putting all the chips in there, all the chips in the current era basket, which I don't know. I mean, listen, they got to maintain a good relationship with Christian like Cardiff, and the timing of this is that that plays out into my other theory. Perhaps they're data mining. Perhaps they're saying, do people hate Jodie Whittaker but not mind the current era? That this would really give you data on that just from the the sales if they get a bump or it'll be, there is data that they can pull out of that. So the major thrust of this issue is timeless mysteries. They're dealing with Doctor Who discontinuity, and I think this was a request from Cardiff because about 3 months ago during the lockdown era, which they talk about here, there was Paul Cornell started putting out this narrative that there was never any continuity. Doctor Who didn't break continuity with season 12. There was never any continuity. And no, that's bull crap. I'm just like, yes, there are like discontinuity glips and globs here and there, little the unit dating, whatever. But there has never been a moment when they say, oh yeah, everything is just not where everything's a lie. Remember that? Like, everything is a lie. And they really thought everybody was going to love it. They thought they were going to love it. And oh my God, I would love to have seen Chris Chibnall. Actually, I wouldn't. I'd probably be crying. Poor sod. Fine, so let's start flicking through the issue. We go, okay, we got a contents page. Fine. What's on page 12? Why do we have the second and third Doctor? It's called Controversial Continuity. Let's look. And then there's this thing about the Crotons for some reason. Again, haven't read yet. I'm going to be reading it soon. This let's contributor Jamie Lenman. Who's Jamie? I don't know any of these people. Okay, let's zoom in. I'm kind of intrigued. Jamie Lenman. I don't know him, but he does look a bit, kind of like soyish. I don't know. And listen, this is just on my. I could be wrong. I'm judging book cover. Jamie is a 37-year-old man who recently read the Target novelization Terminus while watching his VHS copy on television version almost simultaneously. Why are we watching VHS? That's weird. He has become completely addicted to the online Doctor Who game 13. Oh, there you go. Not a good sign there, Jamie Lemon. But managed to tear himself away long enough to write and illustrate Big Finish reviews. Okay, 5. Let's find out more. There is Jim Sanger. Jim Sanger is back to review more action figures. Oh, yeah, you know, they should have got... what's his name? Great channel. Freaking love his channel. I love his reviews. I'll look it up. And Matt Charlton, during the lockdown, he took part in the quiz of the reappraisal of Rings Akitang with his tweets along. Okay, so whatever. Fine. Who knows? Who cares? Who knows? Bit of Gallifrey and Guardian, Time of Victorious is crap. You know, really? Time of Victorious, what a wet squib. Like, you know, they finally got to a point where I'm not buying it, right? Like, you putting a Jake Dudman audio. Isn't that going to be great? And I like Jake Dudman, but God, yeah, they balls that up. It's almost as if it was done by the BBC. They totally balls that up. Now they got the news that Big Finish 2 monthly releases are kind of connected. Dalek-y. Okay. Oh, this looks fun though. I haven't seen that. I've seen the Delgado one. I haven't seen the John Pertwee one. What is it? Can you see my John Pertwee behind me? Oh yeah. Okay. Here. How do I point to it? It's basically here. John Pertwee. If you're on my live stream tonight, I'll bring up for a closer look. Okay. Yeah. John Pertwee's face. Not a particularly easy one to pull off. By the way, I watched the Adventure of Baron Munchausen last night on we recorded it for Video Vault. And if you've never seen the movie, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. A bit bonkers, a lot of fun. It's a fun way to spend some time. But I heard a rumor that not a rumor. John Pertwee said he was negotiating to star in that movie for like a year. And I was watching it and going, this would have been so much better a movie. And I like this movie with John Pertwee in the title role. Was it Galaxy Forum letters page? I'll have a scan over. You know, it's like, fine. It's all, yeah, I'm always interested to see the letters they pick. You know, they always spin this in. But honestly, who writes into Doctor Who magazine anymore? I think people have that interaction on, on social media. Let's see what they've got on WhoTube. It's, oh yeah, that interview was awful. Awful and embarrassing. There was also James Corden. James Corden, really? Oh my God, the man couldn't have been more of a pussy, and he was in Cats. That's very really. More of the same. Yeah, more of the same. Enjoy. That I'll listen to. Classic performances from Jess Drivek's series. So okay, that's something of interest in me. I will click onto that. I think Doctor Who was created by the main character. Main character was definitely from another galaxy, but over the years, okay, you say, oh, you know what? They're hammering away the message. There is no. Yes, there is. God, I mean, like, really, how Stalin-esque can you get? You know, I'm reminded of how was that? There was an episode of 30 Rock once where what's his name? Baldwin, Mike Baldwin's character, Jack, has to go. Wow, that's a really nice piece of art by. Let's zoom on this. What is this? Jason Walker's artwork for Conan Breaker's final season. Nice bit of Photoshop. I like that. Well done. So yeah, there's a point where he left NBC and he went to Hollywood. Not Hollywood. Went to Washington. And there was like, he was in the office and the ceiling was dripping water, and he asked like, what's going on? Why is the ceiling dripping? He said, no, there's no leak. The water's not dripping. He said, but I can see it. No, we've had a study. There's no leak. Same thing. Shut up. Come on. This is really desperate. And it's not gonna work. Really? These are Doctor Who fans you're trying to convince. Oh, such a dumb idea. More Galaxy Forum. What is this? This looks interesting. Roman Brav's amalgam, Mondosian, and Moon-based Cybermen. Okay, interesting. I guess I'm reading that all tomorrow. Honestly, I think Carter gave them that. Yeah, this is an exclusive image. Nobody's seen as good an image of the Cyberlords as yet. Which I think is probably, he said, listen, you run this article for me. You know, I'll get you exclusive stuff. And you know, it's a relatively interesting article, but it's so obvious what they're doing. Fine. So, what other people are doing? I don't think many people are doing much. I don't think anybody can work at the moment. What's going on over there? I'm intrigued. So that's Peter Straker sings White Cliffs of Dover. I don't know who he is and what's he got to do with Doctor Who, but okay, that's nice. Have a nice little sing-song. This month in 19... Interesting. They're actually finally doing something that I thought they should do. They need, Doctor Who magazine has an incredible archive of content, just an incredible archive of content. I thought maybe they could do like a series of Gallifrey and Guardian from like 87, and we could get to see what it felt like in the year, and they could choose a different year. They got so this is actually quite clever. I think this is going over like what happened this month again in 1991. I'm going to read that. That's again interesting for me. Controversial continuity. This series has a long-running Doctor Who. There are about to be episodes that apparently contradict earlier stories. Okay, apparently contradict earlier stories. But there's only one episode where they get up on a soapbox and say, no, it's all contradict. I'm checking everything. But these conflicts can be resolved to produce an even more satisfying narrative. So this is it. They're trying to say how to get over the timeless children. So again, I'll be reading this in more detail. As over the next couple of days, I'll probably do a video on it. Okay, controversy. Yeah, fine, but they're like, who wrote this? Who wrote this article? This is a little bit. This is by Jonathan Morris. He's a really good writer. He wrote a bunch of books, didn't he? He did that Zygon one with the Eighth Doctor at the beginning of the range. If that's who I'm thinking of. Like, really, Jonathan, what are you doing? It's what they pay you in 30 pieces of silver. What's going on here? Oh God! Every time I look at Joe, I go, bleh. Fine. So they finally get here. I'm looking forward to reading this to see what they're going to do. What they're going to do. History repeating itself. Yeah, the reason history repeated itself is because Chris Chibnall hasn't got an original idea in that rat's maze of a brain that he's got. So now I know they really belabor it. They're doing different subjects of on controversial continuity. Still, Jonathan Morris, blimey, he got a big article this week. It's like maybe a little bit more variety as we wait for this page to open. Okay, so this is an ad for Big Finish. Not a very good ad. With a weird collection of stuff they're showing. Donna Noble, excellent. Gallifrey, nah, skip it. Excellent. Anti-Genesis, that was good. Unit, nah, skip it. Skip all the River Song stuff. I still haven't finished listening to our last series. I probably won't get any more. Maybe I will to review them. Okay, TARDIS, blah 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 blah. It's just so desperate, Gallifrey. Okay, listen, they give me a whole series of videos to make here. I guess I'm gonna do that. There's all Jonathan Morris. Is he the only person they had writing this week? Daleks. Oh, man. Again, all this is just to deal with the eruption that was the Timeless Children of Cyberman. How many bloody pages is this? Oh my God. Wow, that's a great. Let me zoom on that. I freaking love Capaldi. There we go. Look at that. Oh, how much Doctor Who can you get? Oh, man. He's the man. I freaking love Capaldi. Here, let's have a look. See how many bloody pages they put into this. Page overview. So it's, blimey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Blimey. 14 of your pages, 14 of your 70s. That's a large chunk. Fine, I'll read this. Arthur Darvill, bit of out of TARDIS action. He's got that Lonesome Children, which I haven't ordered yet. Mate, listen, I'm going to read this. Maybe it will talk me into it. Oh, he likes Brazil. Okay, Arthur, you're doing well. I love Brazil. Oh man, see how they pad out all these articles. This used to be a 2-page thing, and now it's goes on forever. Okay, I will read them. I have 4 pages. How many more? Okay, so this is an interesting article. This is about a new imprint, a new comic book company doing Doctor Who comics, and I wasn't that interested. Cutaway comics. The writers after being Cutaway comics explain how they're breathing new life into Doctor Who's best remembered characters. This is something I'm going to be talking about on my live stream tonight. Yeah, let's have it. What's the character? A world without the Doctor existed, and it's utterly terrifying. I don't know. Now you're talking me out of it. The artwork doesn't look good. The artwork looks like looks a bit amateurish. What they what they really should have done, and I don't, for the life of me, it's like I don't understand how they're not doing it. They should have floated this with a with an Indiegogo, right? You know, that's the way you sell comics now, Indiegogo. And I think, although I don't think this, I guess if you had some like good YouTube channels got behind it, you could really do well. Let's look at more of the art in general. It's just, I don't know. Not for me. I think it's a bit too. I mean, it's written by Eric Saywood, which is interesting. The black and white. Let's see if they did that black and white art compared to the color, which they do over here. Let's have a look. That page looks okay. I tell you. So, but then I saw something much more interesting. They talk about Deskin's Dalek Deskin's universe. Dalek Killer. Love a bit of Dalek Killer. But then we go with something really interesting here. They're doing an Omega series, and they got John Ridgway to do the art. Really? Now that is a class move, right? This is something I will buy. John Ridgway back on doing art. Who's writing it though? Written by Mark Griffiths, illustrated by John Ridgway. I know that sounds damn interesting. But again, listen, guys, I'm going to talk about my live stream today. You don't need to buy it to find out. Oh god, more controversy. Really? wait. Sometimes it does this. It screws up. 40. Really? 1 second. Let me see if this is correct. We go for page overview. Well, that's just terrible editing. They go back to controversy over there. I thought they finished it. I guess it must be to do with Eric Saywood stuff, right? And comic books. Fine. I'll look at it. Really, a title might have helped. But it continues from the previous page. Oh yeah, now it's just messing up. Let's try again. 39. Page overview. 39, 40, 41. Okay, so that looked right. So here, we're over here. And with that, the designer. Oh my god, this is a video as well. From green wigs to tattooed scalps, the hair and makeup designer Claire Pritchard describes the creative process. Really? How did she come up with that? How did you think this was going to be a good idea? Okay, you may have just paid for your cover price, right? I'm gonna do a video on it. Forget it. Don't bother buying for this. Oh god, everything about Jodie just makes me go like really. Look at this, for God's sake. For God's sake. Honestly, are you gonna tell me about your creative process? The only decent villain in the entire series until his fingers flew off. But he looked good, okay? But that's more because he looks good. So this is something interesting. Something that I noticed in the hiatus era, when Doctor Who was off the air, we had lots and lots of non-licensed Doctor Who books and stuff. And it seems like we're getting the whole thing back again. So let's have a look at this. This is just an ad. But I wonder what press this is. Books from Tellus Publishing. So we got Unauthorized History of Exhibitions, which that sounds pretty interesting. I would get that. Demons Rising, which I haven't seen in Sill, novelizations. By Philip Morris, there we go. Wiped by Richard Molesworth. Richard Molesworth wrote the incredible Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner. And Doctor Who on the big screen again. This is all interesting stuff. And I think, what's this one? I'm trying to read what this Batman in a Box, The Social History of Doctor Who. That sounds interesting as well. But yeah, this sort of thing happened when Doctor Who kind of went away, which I think is what Doctor Who's kind of doing right now. Lockdown season, more. Listen, Emily. Great, it was great. We love the watch-alongs, but okay, this is like the 5th article you've done. Enough already. Enough. Now I'm just bored. Right? You stop congratulating yourself. And by the way, this idiot story, Shadow of a Doubt, Shadow Mirror. I'll leave it in the video notes. I did a story that fixed that because that story was freaking awful. It was essentially Jodie's doctor released was a daughter of mine from Family of Blood. because she wanted to be cut. And then, obviously, in my story, the daughter of mine just went and killed bunches of people. Yeah, went on a murderous rampage because she's a sacrifice. Not sacrifice, because she's a what's the word? Not sacrifice. She's she's insane. Sociopath? No. Mass murderer? I don't know. But I'm not editing that out. Just thinking. Yeah, more, like, really? Enough already. Enough. Oh god, the best of days. Hated that. Hated it. And this was pretty awful as well. The Akatang song. Which they didn't really have that many people doing it, but okay. Fine. What page are we on? 48. Oh no, we're nearly done. Okay. Croton's Fact or Fiction. Who wrote this month? Alan Barnes. Alan Barnes is reliable. Yeah, okay. This is of interest. I will. I will. Yeah. But again, I can live without it. It's not like something I have to have. Fine. And now we're into Apocrypha. More things saying that there's no real Doctor Who. There's no continuity. Talking about Shada. Is this nice to see the illustrations in a reasonable definition? So reviews. The reviews are a bit weird. These are reviews for two Big Finish things that aren't out yet. So this is essentially spoiler reviews. Why? So it's Time Apart hasn't been released yet, and the Robots Volume 2 hasn't been released yet. But okay. Oh, is he? Oh, they got him in it? Wait. Let's have a look. Because he passed away. David Collins is featuring Luciano. And okay, so yeah, he is in it. It must be one of his last things he did. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. That actually is probably worth the price of entry into that. I will be doing a review on it. I have to do a review on the first volume as well. Because I've got to go back and re-listen to it. It's kind of like a little bit like kitchen sink drama-y, with robots. It wasn't fantastic. Then action figure reviews. Okay, yeah, even the Yaz is pretty bad. I have a theory, by the way, that the BBC paid for this run. Because really, do you think they're going to sell them? I think they subsidise it. Because I honestly, if they sell, they sell. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But on all the other data we've seen, I don't see how they could possibly hope to sell these. These ones, however, these would go. Yeah, that's a really nice Sarah Jane. You know what? Oh, I like both of those. I like that bringing up, or if I can get them from England. How about that? Anybody from England? Want to come to Israel? I don't think they're letting anybody in. But if you ain't coming from Israel, let me know. History of the Daleks, so you get a couple of Daleks, fine. But still, there's a much better channel that does. How's it in? You know what? Should I look it up? No. There's a much better channel that does Doctor Who reviews, toy reviews. And now competitions. Complete 12 series. Nobody wants it. Nobody cares. The Sixth Doctor and Perry Volume 1. I got that coming soon. That's next month, I think. Out of Time. The thing that we're all really waiting for. And then coming soon, with Thin Time and Manquake. Yeah, listen, I think it's probably a good idea to end the monthly range. I really do. You've done basically. I think they've done everything they can in it now. Really, it's. I mean, they got another year or so to go, but you see, yeah, this box set looks good. Sixth Doctor and Perry. I think this follows on where Perry returned after being picked up from Yukanos. I think that was what the blurb said. Hey, listen, I'll read it and let you know. More Perry's. The Flying Dutchman and Displaced. When's this from? The month afterwards. Fine. Jesus, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel to find stuff to fill it this month. Got a bit of blogs, a bit of time lash action. And we finally got some info on Fury from the Deep. That I'm into. That I really want to get. And there you go. There you have it. And I think the last page we get. I'm missing that second box set. That's a missed one from me. Even with Rufus Hound as the meddling man. And here we get a better look at the Cyberlord. Really, we should have got a few more exclusive images. Just one for the cover, not really enough. I don't think it's really enough. So, is it worth your while buying this issue of Doctor Who magazine? I don't know. Listen, I buy it because I got it since time immemorial. I'm probably gonna get it until it ends. Is it gonna end? I don't know. Honestly, this is if it wasn't out from the habit of reading it, this would be a miss for me. This would be a miss for me. Which I'm sorry to say. Listen, they could do a lot more. They could do a lot more to appeal to a lot more areas of fandom. And I just think they don't want to do that because they don't like those areas of fandom. Even though that area, that fandom menacey area probably represents the majority of fandom. The majority. I hope they don't fold, because one day I hope Doctor Who is going to not be as awful as. Although they're talking about, was it Maxine Addleton or whatever her name is, taking over from Chris Chibnall, which would be like, oh god, it's going to be so bad. It's basically Doctor Who. Don't hold your breath for it to get better anytime soon. It would take a real stroke of luck. I would say even a miracle right now for Doctor Who to get better. I just hope they don't crush it and end it forever. And so there you go, my review of Doctor Who magazine 554. If you want to buy it, go ahead and buy it. I would say, on the strength of this so far, it's a big miss. It's a very big miss. So there you go. My name is Neil Bacon, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.